Hello, my name is Careless Rex, and I'm going to take you through the magical world of milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk. The direct sequel to Milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Boop! If you haven't seen my video on the first game, then I highly recommend that you don't. Okay? Don't watch it. Alright? Get that info card. Don't you dare click that info card. Both of these games were created by the talented Nikita Kruyukov. Links to their games and other creative works can be found in the description. This game takes place directly after the events of the previous game. It's chock full of weird, interesting, and eerie moments, so buckle up. If you're, if you're watching in a car or something. If you're just watching at your desk, then you don't need to wear a seatbelt. Because that would be weird. Before we jump in, I just wanted to say that if you like this video, then that's awesome. And there's no further actions that I would ask of you. Just enjoy the video. Let me hit you with a very brief recap of the previous game. Milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk sees the player helping a mysterious girl overcome her vague mental illness long enough to go to the store and buy a bag of milk. Oh my god. I just got the title of the first game. Because the milk. Long story short, through this process, you learn more about the girl and how she thinks, sees the world, her father's unfortunate end, her mother's, thing. And then the game ends. Using context clues, it becomes apparent that we, the player, are some kind of medicine presumably prescribed to her. This is the biggest takeaway in my opinion, and what makes the game interesting. So, remember all of those things as we take a look at the sequel. The game hits you with the creepy right at the start. The protagonist is seeing shadows, feeling watched, and is weirdly completely comfortable with these entities. It's clear the girl is struggling mentally, and my assumption is that the medicine, us, has worn off. While on her way to her room, she passes by the kitchen door. She feels compelled to enter because she wants to find out whether or not there's a dead body in there. She runs to the door, bursts it open, and there, she sees the milk that she bought today. Satisfied, she leaves, and that's when we're met with a familiar face. She describes this creature as some kind of monster, but we know from the last game that this, in actuality, is her mother. This scene, while jarring, shows a concerned mother. "Stop joking around, idiot," I hear you say. Well, I'm not. I'm not an idiot. And you sound ridiculous. Just look at this loving face. This is the face of a mother who cares. Allow me to expound. Take a look here. We have some sniffing. Why is she sniffing? What is she smelling for? Milk. But why? Because, you ridiculous-voiced viewer. Because our precious and neurotic protagonist is allergic. Next slide. This is not some gnarled claw stabbing the protagonist in the arm. It's an EpiPen, used to save her life because she drank milk of which she's allergic. Okay? So I believe that you owe me an apology, and you can leave one in the comment section. After this nightmarish event, she goes to her room to get ready for bed. In a concerning move, she elects not to take her medicine. But then, something strange happens. We show up, meaning that she did take at least one medication, Tumblina. Here we get some confirmation that we, the player, are indeed a medication of some kind, and one she's only supposed to take once a day. The bulk of the game sees you helping her gather her thoughts, which are represented by fireflies, and you do this by pretending you're in a point-and-click adventure game. Clicking around the room will prompt interesting dialogue, giving you an insight into the girl's sad and sometimes disturbing life. One detail in particular that stood out was her recalling when she used to attend school. If you keep pressing her on this subject, she tells you the same story, but it changes slightly each time. Until you realize that she was held back by many years and was forcibly removed from the school by her father while she was biting and scratching. In another standout moment, she confides in you about an online friend she had. They spent a lot of time together talking about mutual interests, but after some time, and after trust was earned, he turned on her, sending an onslaught of harassment her way. How you navigate this section of the game will determine which ending you get, and there are multiple endings, some much creepier than others. And that was Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. This game is specifically vague, which is a term that I just now made up. What I mean by that is that it hits this sweet spot between telling you exactly what's going on and being so vague it's meaningless. You won't get a direct answer to every question you have, but there's enough there that you can make educated guesses about the girl's everyday struggles. I highly recommend that you pick up this game and give it a play before you search out an all endings video or something like that. Nikita did an incredible job with this game, and I thoroughly enjoyed every second of it. Links to the game will be in the description. And I will see you, lovely, wonderful, beautiful, amazing people, next time. So, now, would you please, for the love of all that is holy, get out! The video is over! Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to kiss that like button right on the cheek. Mwah. And if you want to catch these live, I stream them most evenings on Twitch. So hop on over, give me a follow. We'd love to see you there. Have a good one.